Hi students, now we will discuss about Gauss law and its applications. Gauss law and its application. First one, if you want know about Gauss law means first you learn about electric flux. Learn about electric flux. Electric flux is defined as the number of electric field lines crossing a given area kept normal to the electric field lines is called electric flux. Once again, so two more question also. The number of electric field lines crossing a given area kept normal to the electric field lines is called electric flux. The equation is pi E equal to E vector into A vector equal to EA cos theta. EA cos theta. This is electric flux. Now Gauss law. Gauss law states that if a charge q is enclosed by an arbitrary closed surface, then the total electric flux pi E through the closed surface is pi E equal to circle integral E vector into dA vector. E vector into dA vector equal to q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. Here q enclosed denotes the charge inside the closed surface. Charge inside the closed surface. This is called Gauss law. This is called Gauss law. Next, applications of Gauss law. Here four type of application is there. The first one is four type of applications is there. The first one is electric field to an infinitely long charged wire. Infinitely long charged wire. Consider an infinitely long straight wire. Consider an infinitely long straight wire having uniform linear charge density lambda. Charge density lambda. Let's see the diagram. Let P be a point located at a perpendicular distance r from the wire. The electric field at the point P can be found using Gauss law. We choose two small charge elements A1 and A2, A1 and A2 on the wire, which are at equal distances from the point P. Equal distances from the point P. The resultant electric field due to these two charge elements points radically away from the charged wire, and the magnitude of electric field is the same at all the points on the circle of radius r. From this property, we can infer that the charged wire possesses the cylindrical symmetry. Let us use a cylindrical Gaussian surface of radius r and length L shown the figure. In the figure, next the figure is this one. The figure is this Gaussian surface, bottom Gaussian surface and top Gaussian surface and the center Gaussian surface. The total Gaussian surface. The three type of Gaussian surface is there: bottom surface and top surface and total surface. That is a curved surface. The three type of Gaussian surface is there. Okay, let us choose the cylindrical Gaussian surface of radius r and length L in the figure. From the figure, the total electric flux in this closed surface is calculated as follows. The total electric flux pi E equal to circle integral E vector into dA vector. This is a common formula, the common equation from all the type of three Gaussian surface. pi equal to circle integral E vector into dA vector. The first one is first common closed surface equation, circle integral, integral closed surface, integration of closed curved surface E vector into dA vector, plus integration of top surface E vector into dA vector, plus integration of bottom surface E vector into dA vector. This is the 3 type of equation for the 3 Gaussian surface. It is seen from figure 1.39 that for the curved surface E vector is parallel to A vector. E vector, the closed surface, that is a curved surface, that is also closed surface. E vector is parallel to A vector, that is E vector into dA vector equal to E into dA. A is a area of closed surface. For the top and bottom surfaces, E vector is perpendicular to A vector. E vector is perpendicular to A vector. The answer is E vector into dA vector equal to 0. Now substituting these values in the equation 1.63 and applying Gauss law to the cylindrical surface, we have pi E equal to integration of curved surface E into dA equal to Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. Since the magnitude of the electric field for the entire curved surface is constant, E is taken out from the integration and Q enclosed is given by Q enclosed equal to lambda L. Lambda means charge density, L means length of the rod, length of the wire. The next equation is E integration curved surface dA equal to lambda L divided by epsilon naught. Here by E equal to integration of curved surface dA equal to total area of the curved surface. Total area d, that is integration, that is integration curved surface dA equal to, that means total area of curved surface. Then value is 2 pi RL. Substituting this in equation 1.65, we get E into 2 pi RL equal to lambda L divided by epsilon naught. Now find the final answer, find the final equation. E equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda divided by R. In vector form, E vector equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda divided by R into R cap. This is the first application of Gauss law. Thank you, students.